Hello, dear friends. We are discussing model number 8 C to Granny by Tejasvini Patil. We have seen brief introduction about Dr. Patil in my last video. Today we are going to see her poem to Granny in detail. Dear Granny, you should have been immortal. Each and every child wished that his or her grandma should live forever. Everybody should have grandmother, and that's why in this intimate feelings, Dr. Patil wished to express her feelings about granny. You should have been immortal. We are unable to bear your absence. We are unable to bear your absence. We cannot bear your absence. You should be there. You must be there in our house. Your thin figure was a huge support. You are thin. Actually, this poem is written in the memory of her grandmother after the death of her grandmother. Your thin figure was a huge support, though you are there on the bed or somewhere else. Your skin is thin, though it always supports us. For many feeble creatures like us, feeble means meek, unknown, ignorant. For many ignorant creatures like us, because grandma is always trying to enlighten us with telling many stories, life experiences in various occasions, so that we can get uh, important knowledge from that generation directly through the mouth of grandma. Your piercing eyes reached straight to everyone's heart to detect the deep beauty pen. Your piercing eyes, piercing means strong and unpleasant. You can easily see what kind of eyes are there of grand people. Half open and wrinkled. Such kinds of eyes, though these eyes were so strong that she can easily see the pens deeply rooted in your mind. She can easily detect your pen, the deep buried pen, PAIN, the deep buried pen of grandchildren's. She can easily guess. Take all the grandchildren's to her, near to her, and always try to condolence. We can't perceive that. It won't be there for us hereafter. We can't perceive that. What exactly your feelings at the time when we are unhappy, we can't perceive, we can't recognize. It won't be there for us hereafter. These feelings will not be there after this incident happened, because her grandmother is dead and there is a deep sorrow in her mind. She remembers and recalls all the memories she experienced along with her grandmother. It won't be there for us hereafter. What she says, it won't be there. All these experiences I will not experience once again with you. It is not reaching the consciousness that we won't be able to hear your words of solicitude anymore. As you are no more now, we are unable to hear your solicitude words. Solicitude words means caring words. With these words, you feel comfort, we feel safety. Even a physical presence of grandma supports us mentally and physically. So, this support is quite essential for everyone, which is no more now for us. The conviviality you had for anyone at the door of your heart, we need to learn now. Conviviality, friendliness for everyone that you have is not now. And we also have to learn this conviviality for everyone. We need to learn now this conviviality, friendliness for each other. For every person, doesn't matter from where the particular person belongs to. At the door of your heart, we need to learn now. So, conviviality was there at the door of your heart. For every person, you behave friendly. Try to understand the pains and problems of every person friendly. The inner sky of everyone's mind was enveloped with your entity alone. The inner sky of everyone's mind, everyone, when come to you, the inner sky, all the things suppressed in the mind of a particular person, he or she tries to explore all these things before you, was enveloped with your entity alone. When it is getting vacated, who will help us to recuperate it? Now we cannot our mind open, because there is no one to recuperate, means to regain or recover. No person is there who can recover our feelings, who can regain happiness with the delicate words of you. In this world of dislocating the bonds of relations, you are the strong convener to keep us together. The world is dislocating, departing from one another, disconnecting from each other through the mobiles and other gadgets. Nobody has no time to discuss, chat, or speak to each other. So, in this world, who is there who can recuperate, recover all these things? There is a consciousness of today's world in the mind of Dr. Patil. She tries to explore the factual reality of today's world and the consequence of grandma in this today's world. Grandchildren need grandma. to recover all these things. The bonds of relations. You were the strong convener to keep us together. Strong convener. You are the only person in the house who can bind all the members of the family together, who can evoke the strings connecting the hearts again. As you are no more, who is there in the family who can bind us together, who can evoke the strings connecting the hearts again? Who can connect the hearts of the people of the family together now? Is the question arised in the mind of poet. Or will your nest carefully fabricated be scattered to pieces, Granny? Will your nest, the house is our nest, which is carefully fabricated, be scattered into pieces now after your death? Who is there who can build this scattered nest properly now? Who can support us? Who can condole us? Granny? It is directly addressed to Grandma, who is dead already. All the memories are there in the mind of the poet. All the experiences she experienced with her grandma is recalled after the death of grandma. It is a mourning poem. It is a poem actually devoted to her grandmother. You should have been there for more time. What is the hope in the mind of the poet? You should have been there for more time. You should have been immortal either. You should have been immortal either. And one granny like you should have been immortal in every house on the earth. What is the expectations in the mind of the poet, and where the poet becomes a great one, that she feels that every house should have one grandmother, so that she can support her son, grandsons, granddaughters, who can condole the deep pain aroused in the mind of family members, who can support strongly for the development of the particular person physically and mentally. So it is expectations that there should be at least one grandmother in every house of the world. So this is a very good poem. The poet expressed deepest intimacy towards her grandmother. We can easily understand that how she loves to her grandmother. All the children are equal before the grandmother, but she is more intimate, more intimately connected with her grandmother. So all these words of this poem are spontaneously explored because of deep love towards her grandmother. Here ends the poem. There are many questions given under the poem on page number 181. Please go through it. Solve all these questions. That will definitely enlighten you much more about the poet and poem. Wish you best luck for your forthcoming examinations. Here ends our syllabus. Best luck for the exam. Thank you very much.